Hi everyone, this is Lisa and this is Lisa English. And for this video, I want to talk about some common idioms or expressions that you might hear in English. And these are some fairly common things that people might use in the business world or even just in regular conversation. So the first one we're going to talk about is can't stand, meaning, for example, I can't stand something. And what this means is you really don't like it. So you might say, I can't stand it when people are late, for example, meaning I really don't like it when people are late. Um, the next one is the ball is in your court. The ball is in your court. And this means that you are letting the person make the next move, like when you're playing a game of tennis, right? You they send the ball to you and you hit it back to them. Now it's in their court and now they have to make the next move. So if you say the ball is in your court, you're saying I've done my part, I've done my work, now the rest is up to you. You might say that also sometimes when you call somebody, you leave them a message, and so you might say, "Well, now the ball is in their court. It's up to them if they can call me back or not. But I've done my part. I've reached out." Another thing you might hear is "in any case." So, for example, you might hear somebody say, "In any case, let's do this." And it just means let's just do it. Regardless of whatever else we were talking about or whatever else happened, we're just going to do it. Next one, you might hear somebody say, "I'm easy." And if they say "I'm easy," that means they're flexible. For example, you're talking about where to go to eat, and one person says, "I want Greek food," and the other person says, "I want Italian food." And you might say, "Well, I'm easy. I'll eat anything." So it just means you're flexible. The next thing is easier said than done. Easier said than done. And this means that whatever you're talking about, maybe it seems like it's easy, but to actually do the work, it's not very easy. It's going to be more complicated. So maybe, for example, somebody who works in IT, maybe an employee who doesn't understand things might think, hey, why can't you just do something? Why can't you just do this with the application? And you know that there's a lot involved, maybe programming. So it's easier said than done. Next, you might hear the expression, the fact of the matter. The fact of the matter. And this means the main point of something. So you're discussing something, and then at the end you might say, well, the fact of the matter is it's like this. We can't do it. So the fact of the matter is that when you're wrapping things up, this is the main point that you want to relay. And then you might also hear, as a matter of fact, as a matter of fact. And when you hear this, it's like you're adding something. So somebody might say, for example, well, I think we can do it this way. As a matter of fact, I know we can do it because we've tried it already. So it's giving information that relates to something that you're talking about. So as a matter of fact, it's adding to whatever you're talking about, but letting them know that it's true, it's correct, whatever you're discussing. Next, you might hear somebody say, now this really isn't exactly an idiom, but you might hear somebody say, let's see, let's see. And if somebody says that, like, It means that they are considering something. They're not sure about it. So you might say, hey, do you want to go to this meeting? And they might say, let's see. So that just means, I don't know yet. Maybe, maybe not. Next, this really isn't an idiom, it's just a word, but basically. And we use this a lot at the beginning of a sentence. And it just, again, it's like wrapping things up. So you're talking about something, you're discussing something, and you might say, well, basically, this is how we have to do it. So just to get to the point of something. So those are some expressions that you might use. They're all fairly common. And if you have any expressions that you can think of, let me know and try using some in a sentence. Can you make sentences? Can't stand something. What is something you can't stand? Try making a sentence with easier said than done. What is something that's easier said than done? And can you finish the sentence that starts with basically? So finish the sentence, and I'll let you know if they're right or not. Put them in the comment section. Thank you for watching, and please let me know if you have any questions.